Hi, I'm Maria.
I'm Troy.
We're from Seattle.
Yes, and we just finished a few months ago taking the course from Letty and Kenji, and we just want to share a little bit about our experience there. First, we want to talk a little bit about what we enjoyed about the course.
We really enjoyed it because we like the structure of the class and the value that we got at the end of the class. And
I think just in terms of the value, I think that there's a lot of content, a lot of great guidance, a lot of really valuable insight that you couldn't get at a very low price. So it was almost like a no-brainer for us. And then structurally, I think the hard part about a lot of this real estate investing, when you start listening to podcasts or reading books, whatever, there's 1,000 strategies out there. You know, whether it's syndication, whether it's flipping, whether it's buy and hold. And I think we really appreciate is that Letty and Kenji had a philosophy and a model that matched ours, kind of the buy and hold long-term strategy. Starting with kind of small multifamily, and that's what we have kind of followed, and it's been really valuable. And so providing that structure, this kind of a sequencing, so to speak, in knowing that, okay, what do we need to do today in order to get us to the next step, which is tomorrow, and then a week or two or a month from now, where should we be, and kind of understanding how we build out the business, kind of given the structure that they provided. So that was really, really helpful.
And it's really a short amount of time. And what we love about the class as well is we can take the class anytime if we missed it. There are several times where we were out of town, and because it's a web base, it's so easy that if you miss the actual class, you can come back anytime. Or sometimes when my husband's out of town, I would be listening on in Seattle, and he'll be listening on the other state. But it worked out well. The mentorship that you'll get from Kenji and Letty is amazing. It's worth the money that you paid for, because you don't normally get that from other people who are in this industry already, because they're so busy, right, making money. And Letty and Kenji has this wonderful guidance that, you ask them a question, they're right there to help us and support us in any way.
Yeah, the content was really valuable too. So it's not only what you get out of the class, but it's all the supplemental information that they provide that you can reference at any time, after the class is over. And so we still go back and reference a lot of that stuff. For example, we're working on forming the umbrella LLC and the child LLCs at this point, and referencing some of the documentation that they provided in the course to do that. The other thing that's important is the accountability. Really the accountability that Letty and Kenji kind of required of us. We didn't want to miss the courses, not that there's any penalties. We didn't want to miss the courses, and wanted to make sure that we're doing our homework and staying on track, because that's the only way that we're going to reach our goals.
And mind you, we have 2 kids. And, having 2 kids, we know how hard it is to deal and juggle with classes and all that stuff. We get interrupted. But, we make it work, because it was one of the things that it's our goal to do it and have that financial freedom, like what Kenji and Letty's doing right now. So. Yeah,
and then some of the other things that we got out of it, the team building aspect was really important, because everybody talks about building a stellar team and, the 3 or 4 or 5 components of your team. And we didn't really know what that meant. And, podcasts don't really talk about how to build your team. And so finally we started to understand what that was. And out of that, we built a network of investor agents. We've completely switched all of our, taxes over to a kind of investor-friendly, CPA. Similarly with insurance, moved all of our insurance that was with one kind of agent for like 20 years, moved it all over to kind of more of an investor, kind of savvy insurance company as well. And then probably the most important thing that we got out of it is a few months after the class was over, we closed on a 4-plex in the kind of the greater Seattle area. So now we're in kind of phase 2 of that, is figuring out the rehab and the legal entity and all of those other things associated with it. But, we definitely recommend it. There's lots of different strategies out there. We recommend the course to our friends here locally in Seattle area all the time. Learning from Kenji and Letty has been great. We're learning from people who've actually done it and and are doing it, and actually fairly quickly. So probably our only challenge is trying to keep up with them, which I'm sure we never will, but we're trying. So anyway, it's a great course, and we recommend it.
Go
So,
take it.
Yep. Thank you.
Thanks.